Welcome to another Innervision FM Music News. Johnnie J, hey Joe, Alan C, everybody's here in the house today. And now you're in the house with us. And if you could look at some of the topics that I posted up there, you know what the topics are. And
That's
hey,
right, folks. We got Conan O'Brien in the news, and we've got who's
hmm,
that legend that's in the news that maybe got moited? Stay tuned.
hmm.
We've got a bunch of other topics.
Yeah. And we want you to also support our nonprofit. We're doing a fundraiser. Um, and I have like, I know 500, no, not, okay, 2,000 some odd people on our friends, so-called friend list. Facebook would say, oh, well, why don't you make it event? So I made it an event that lasts for like until next Sunday, the 9th, and where
That's
you can
awesome. So
support
if you can make
innovation.
it, that'd be great. Support us.
Yeah, yeah. So $5, $10. I sent it out then I sent out a personal uh, announcement to about 500 people. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that.
First up in Innervision FM music news, Conan O'Brien had folks apparently doing double takes.
Yeah.
Uh, Kendrick Lamar got drug into a fiasco of some sort. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that, Johnny.
Well, okay, so this song, Not Like Us,
Right.
is out there. And I guess because Drake, I guess, likes his wine not age that well. And I like and so Drake was just accusing him of just, I don't know,
Something to do with
liking
an
him too young.
explosive Super Bowl performance
Well,
that
yeah, yeah,
was
he sung the
referenced
song.
as
Yeah, but it
some
was like,
award was given.
yeah, it was just the song was one all these Grammy awards. I think it was like
Right.
4 or 5 like Grammys, and so he was just taking a jab at him, you know. And me personally, and now if you guys watched it, let us know. And I used to watch it. I used to have a friend that she was in acting and all that kind of stuff, and it was really kind of weird. Like she ended up like uh, dying on one of the nights that she was watching
My golly.
the show. And I said, wow, I mean, she was like Hollywood all the way, and like so. But after they started just getting kind of stupid and crazy about hating Trump, I said, nah, why should I watch this thing? So, and there's a video for you guys that are into the conspiracy thing, Pizzagate thing, with Helen DeGenerate, and let's see,
Mhm.
2014, where she's collecting money for a pizza. And if you guys know about the Pizzagate, need I say anymore? Yeah. So anyway, so
Oh, that wasn't real.
That wasn't really it. Yeah, that wasn't real. Even
yeah,
still, I guess
Weinstein was.
people. Yeah,
That's
go
when
ahead.
Weinstein. That was when Weinstein was there walking free.
Yeah, that's right.
I bet he didn't see that train coming, like he would be sitting in prison. I mean, gee, and he didn't take care of himself as well as he should have. But and I could guess prison food is not all that good.
So what's this about Conan O'Brien taking a direct shot at Drake,
Yeah, it's just
doing the whole pizza thing and the whole weirdness and the wow. I mean, wow. It's I think it's become
um,
normalized. I think mainstream is definitely being forced to take a look at some of the stuff that's transpired over the last number of years. It hasn't been over the last 8 or 10 years, but it's been over, oh gosh, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. You know, Operation Mockingbird or or Project Owl or what? Why do they name all these things after birds? Does make me wonder. Uh, Current
Yeah.
something or other called something Project Eel or something like that that deals with uh, bringing freedom back and letting freedom reign. We'll see how that goes. Stay till the end of the show. Got a final thought for you.
Yeah.
It's provoking, and it's something to definitely think about.
Yeah.
So next up,
Justin, J-
Beaver
yeah, Justin
or
Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I know you can get confused with all these people. Yeah. So he well, speaking of being canceled, I don't know, almost being canceled. I guess he's been having some health problems, and I guess they might have rehearsed up to the show in Ohio on the 27th of February. He came out and told the audience, hey, forgive him, this crew that he's with has been doing a lot of work on the show, but he just had he for whatever reason he can't do the show. And and he says, you're gonna get your money back. And so if you were signed up to go to any of Justin's Timberlake shows, let us know if you got the money back for your
Yeah,
tickets.
yeah, because I mean that's important. I mean, that's always been a big fear of mine as a musician. When I sign a contract, if I bow out of that contract, I'm still obligated. Am I not? Well, in some cases, not. And so does the customer get the money back?
Well,
Um,
yeah, I mean that. So he's cut off the rest of the U.S. tour. So I would hope that I don't know if they'll get the service charge back, but I think they'll get the other part of it back. And I didn't even ask. Hold on for a second. I want to see how much those tickets cost. Okay, let me see.
What show
Wait,
does he put on anyway?
what's the average cost of Justin Bieber's concert
Justin
tickets?
Timberlake.
Oh,
Justin Timberlake.
oh, well, I did it too, man.
I looked at them like just earlier, it's Justin Bieber. Um,
Okay, wait. No, no.
Uh, Small child.
What's the average price of the Justin Timberlake tickets?
yeah, if you folks know what the average price is and you're watching into the live chat, and I think we got the super chat thing going. I haven't looked at the YouTube feed for a while. I need to get my poop
Oh,
in a groove.
okay. So $70 to $300.
Yep, I was gonna say 300 bucks is the top end usually for a well, for a mainstream recording artist or musician. So
No,
And
no,
what
but
kind of show does he put on?
well, I guess he has a big crew, and they can probably girls dancing or something, or a light show, or who knows?
Hey, cabaret!
Yes, yeah. So
I'll
these
be
are some
right back.
pretty expensive tickets. I mean, whatever happened to like where the tickets were like $10, $12, and $17.
also toss
Goodness.
down there in the comments, what do you think about that Conan O'Brien stuff? Do you think that's just let us know. I mean, either way, with what we talked about so far, this stuff is really fascinating for Innervision FM because we do cover music news, we cover political events, we cover current events. We bring all this to you free of charge as much as we can. We do ask for some assistance from time to time. All the ways that
Mhm.
you can help are in the description boxes on all the platforms that we currently broadcast on. Some are live
Mm.
and some are put up a little bit later. But we do try to keep everybody up to date and informed with your music, political, and current event news.
Hmm. No, it's getting into like if you have these some of the tracks from the notorious B guy is the rapper.
Notorious B.I.G.
Yes. So you
So I
might
guess he's in the news. $150 million. Pretty big deal in
150
music
million.
news.
150 million, I guess the catalog is selling for.
Wow.
And but who's going to get that money? Because I think when he mysteriously got sent to his maker,
Yeah.
I think P. Diddy made the
Well,
contract
I
where
was wondering about that because, dude, Big didn't have. I mean, Big. Big didn't have any. He didn't have any. He didn't have anything set up. He's he's one of that
no.
breed that they're either going to live forever, ever, or they're going to die fast, and well, he died
Mm.
fast. So
And one of the things that record companies usually do, and I have a feeling that P. Diddy did it, they'll take a insurance out on the artist.
right.
So, if something happens, they get paid
Yep.
and and very seldom do they ever share that with the family.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because back in the 80s, guitar players used to insure their hands, and everybody thought that was a funny, hilarious thing. And when that first came up in court, and it stood up in court as something that was doable, I guess, whatever, uh, I started to think to myself, you know what? There could come a time when a musician may get taken advantage of by the record label,
Mm.
hypothetically, where they might indeed get a policy taken out on them, and with or without their knowledge, here, sign this, and boom,
Mm.
they're indemnified, boy. I mean, they're not indemnified. Sorry, the label is indemnified and protected.
Wow. Okay. Well, we shall see. Well, whoever's putting up this catalog, hopefully, you know, Notorious B.I.G. family will get some of that cash because and look out for some commercials because people are going to start using those songs
Yeah, lots of
in commercials.
commercials. AI stuff is going to be generated. It's going to be a big thing. Let's see what else we got
Yeah.
here.
Well,
My phone keeps locking.
yeah, Randy Quaid, actor, he said that Gene hacked him. He was murdered, right?
Dude, Gene Hackman. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, because I
Pretty
was sort of like
scary how that all went down. Then his kids were laughing about it the next day.
the kids are laughing. I thought they wished this, well, he was a great grandfather and all that kind of stuff. And
They were in good spirits after he was dead. I
Wow.
mean,
wow.
they stand to inherit a big fortune.
And they were living
There's
kind
a report out on the autopsy on the wife, and she nothing external, no external trauma.
hmm. So as if she took a bunch of pills,
Carbon monoxide poisoning, they're saying.
because they were thinking like that. But because I was thinking like, at first I was hearing like no carbon monoxide. I'm thinking um like she like he drops dead. She tried to resuscitate him or something like that, and it wasn't happening. And so she just got distraught and took a bunch of pills, gave some to the dog. But that's probably going a little bit too far. And she said, "Hey, I'm out of here too." But yeah, it could. And then they said that, well, the door was open, but depending on, I guess if the door was open, and none of the neighbors, you don't know how close any of the neighbors lived as well down there.
They're
Because
quite a ways away, actually. Probably, I would think.
yeah, and then why was the dog in the closet?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon.
So
Yeah, let's just stick the dog in the closet. Man, I tell you, this is just added fuel for my belief that our society has gone off the rails. We've all gone crazy. We've all hit crazy town, and we are on our way to crazy city.
No,
That's just
Snake Plissken it's coming to mind.
Uh,
Escape from New York and Escape from LA. I mean,
hmm. And they said when it
I
comes
mean,
from,
these stories are coming to fruition.
hmm,
all these movies, man, when we were kids, they uh they were what predictive programming. Like, share,
hmm,
subscribe, toss a comment down below. Let us know what you think.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You
And they
know, and
said like these bodies were starting to mummify. And I'm thinking like, so I heard,
mummified Gene Hackman. I was thinking,
hmm.
what in the world?
And I'm gonna think like, doesn't it take like 70 some odd days before a body can be like going to mummification?
I suppose you could put it in one of those freeze dryers. Maybe it just desiccates.
Right, right.
They said that they hadn't been there for a few months though.
No,
You
because they
know,
said like the last is the his because he had a pacemaker, and I guess it accounts for stuff. So it said that the last account was on February 17th.
huh.
So that wasn't. I mean, that was a while back, but it wasn't that far back. So it's like so the mystery, and hopefully it won't just fade away. And we, oh wait, like it took a year to find out what happened to Sinead O'Connor. And
Yeah.
then it took a year to find out what happened to Lisa Presley.
Yeah.
I don't know why it takes so long. I mean, I think it doesn't take, it can't take that long,
Yeah, right, right. It
you
takes
know.
maybe a while for it to
Big
leak
battle
out to the
for on everything.
uh,
And I
Somebody
forgot what,
has to get profit off of it.
right. They got to get the book and movie deals in place first before they So the Department of Education is also in the news. We're talking about
yes,
let's see. Why is my phone
yes.
not working?
They just launched a new portal for parents that suspect their kids are being indoctrinated, and you can contact this portal. Now, who's going to man that portal, and will that email be read right away, or will it take a week? Because there'd be so many so many emails coming in.
Like, share, and subscribe. Toss a comment down below on this as well. This is something that's important to a lot of folks. If you're, happening to play for the other team and things like that, and whatever the colloquialisms are, uh,
The one
you
that's
know,
supposed to be in charge of the Board of Education now is going to be Linda McMahon, which is Vince
Uh,
McMahon's wife from WWE.
right.
yeah. Oh, did you hear about that?
They're close friends with Trump. They have been for a long time.
Hmm. Did you hear about that? The wrestler that I forgot his name, but he got dementia, and he was in one of those kind of nursing homes. So he still thought he was in the wrestling, and he ended up giving one of the doctors a body slam. And they can't accuse a guy of murder or anything like that. But could you imagine you still have the physical abilities to do what you did, but you just don't have your mind.
Wow.
So he ended up giving one of the doctors a body slam.
Wow.
And those floors are not that soft.
Slam
So
him through the table
yeah, oh man.
off
Oh
the top
man.
ropes.
Yeah. Imagine.
Now, one thing that
Oh
does
man.
concern me is this whole mess, right?
What with
So
the
on the one
portal?
side, yeah, for the last 4 years, right, they were really trying to push some sort of censorship one way, right?
Hmm.
And now they're wanting to push the woke DEI, let's get rid of it. Well, that's good. That's good. But people should want that rather than report this.
Hmm.
Because everything like that always could conceivably lead to authoritarianism down the road. Imagine, if you will, and this does tie into the end portion But imagine, if you will, 30 years down the line, where your leaders are not your leaders. Those leaders are put up by, oh, whatever they want to call it 30 years down the line. The foundation is this. It's built on AI, and a certain personality type is built, and the leader is then crafted from that personality type, and that leader is foisted upon the unsuspecting public. This is 30 years down the line, when the singularity has already happened and AI has achieved full sentience, and has started as being good little servants for humanity, and has evolved into sort of super status where it's AGI,
Mm.
artificial general intelligence. And this is the beginnings of Skynet. I mean, and at the end of it all, it's going to be a situation, potentially, theoretically, maybe,
Mm.
where it's going to be them or us. And at the end of the day, we're all human, and we're made in the image of God. And, you know, like it or not, or whether you believe in him or not, God believes in us. And
Mm.
he gave us dominion over the earth, not AI.
Hey, so that's like a Star Trek episode when those robots, they had the numbers on them, and they had to start shutting them down by using illogic to these computers.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I got the start. I'm gonna have to watch watch that episode. That was a fun episode because the robot says, "We're gonna take care of you."
That's right. And it looks benevolent. It looks good on the surface. It may even initially set itself up as something as to be good, because look at the way that AI already is. You can look up any subject and know anything about anything just by correctly prompting your most favorite AI for whatever information you want on whatever subject.
Hmm.
Even now, I mean, my gosh, we didn't have this 5 months ago, much less 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, yeah, the future is here. And speaking of the future, I guess the funding for Ukraine is their future is coming to a close as far as
Coming to
like
an end. I mean, he's
just
looking at cutting that, because and Russia is looking at making some sort of deal with the rare earth minerals,
Well,
no, no.
indicating,
England already has.
yeah,
They
They signed agreement already.
yeah.
uh,
So
like this past weekend, or was it like a while back?
Just, just recently.
yeah,
Wow.
They went in with the same deal uh Trump had, and
yeah.
they signed it.
That's
So
wild. And then I heard this lady, she's a Russian lady, because I was listening to the show Shooting the Breeze on KLZ, and this lady, the lady that hosted, she was talking about she had played this audio of this lady that she lived on the border of Russia, and she said this guy we grew up watching this guy uh, as a comedian and stuff like that. And I guess he had played a part of being the president. And I guess, even Putin was in the audience laughing at some of the stuff that he would do. And then they said, like, there was a president there. And then they decided, well, somewhat as a joke, whatever, let's prop him up, take out the other one and prop him up. So, all these Democrats that we're talking about, uh, he's not a legitimate president. I mean, it sounds like this
Whoa,
guy
wait, what? Wait, what?
wasn't.
Wait. I was only half listening to this. No,
eh,
Zelensky was an actor, and he
actor.
acted as a president, and
No, yeah. And then it
he
was some kind of thing
and
like,
they put him into office. They
mm,
propped up him, took
mm,
this other guy out. This is exactly what I'm talking about here,
yeah,
where 30 years down the line, they install a leader, right? And all of a sudden, they take that leader and make him go bye-bye.
Yeah.
But they forget to tell everybody that he went bye-bye. They just go and replace him with a facsimile of
Yeah.
the leader through
And this,
AI or
yeah.
whatever.
And this lady was talking about, like, in 2014, this had started, and she said a lot of her friends had left Ukraine because this military stuff was starting even in 2014, but it just wasn't on television
Leave your thoughts
yet.
down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and toss that comment down because that is our bread and butter. It helps us with the algorithms.
Yeah. Now I didn't look it up for myself to find this, but because I just heard the audio on shooting the breeze on KLZ that comes on Mondays. So, but you could hear it tomorrow morning between 5 and 6 if you want to hear that show again, because they repeated uh at least tomorrow, and then this Saturday, I guess between 2 and 3. But tomorrow, Tuesday, you could hear the whole show, shooting the breeze on KLZ radio here in Denver. I think it's like 560 on the AM dial, but you could find it. Just look it up, KLZ radio. Yeah. So I mean, I learned a lot. It's almost like reading a paper when her show comes on, because she just brings out a lot of stuff that I said, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So
that's interesting.
so we shall see. We shall see what
Nice.
happens with this. Maybe he'll come back to the table, or maybe, you're. And then she was saying that this guy's always had the desire to be like rich and have a lot of money. And I guess some of his money is funneled into a house in like in Miami and offshore and stuff like that. So they said, that disappearing cash, it went somewhere.
Yeah,
And
probably back
huh?
in the Washington.
Yeah, so that was interesting. I'm gonna look for that lady's video, because just to refresh my mind. But man, the information, I'm doing the survey thing where you're doing a bunch of surveys and whatever, and they the things that they want to see if you know, and because I listen to so much news, I probably know we probably know quite more than most people, because I guess not everybody keeps up with that kind of stuff, because they're trying to raise their kids and work 2 and 3 jobs.
Now, see, check that out, Johnny. That leads us right into our final thought for the day. And that is this: there's 10 million of us who happen to be blind in the country, who are of work age, who can vote, who can conceivably contribute to the society that we um, are currently, quote, living off of through our ha 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 ha
Hmm.
benefits. Now, at the end of it all, we're slaves. 70 to 90% of us, because we're unemployed, and we kind of just sort of exist for that check. And it lasts us a
Hmm.
day or two or a week, and then we're broke for the month. And that's
Yeah.
all there is.
Yeah.
And, so Innervision FM can help, um, because we do have a lot of knowledge. We've, over the years, built a plethora of contacts in the music industry, in the film industry. Um, we branched out into the political arena a little bit. Johnny's gotten involved at the at the local level, attempted to, run for office a couple of times, and learned a lot along the way, and also, made contacts as well. And all this to say this: everything is leading up to one thing, and that's the end, folks. I mean, the end of it. We can all feel it. We can all feel it, whether we're saved, whether we're not saved. Folks like me, of course, we're all bent on, and never been a better time to get saved than today. And First Corinthians chapter 15, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
But you gotta believe it, or else you're not gonna You can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink, though.
Yep,
Uh,
this is true.
but please, will you drink? Will you get
Then
saved today?
Yep.
it's the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah.
I feel
Now,
fine.
now, now, do think about this. A lot of stuff is shaking right now. I mean, foundations are being shaken. Everything
Mm.
from our Department of Education. Is the blind community going to be okay? Well,
Yeah.
some people would say, let Trump cook. Other people, oh my God, throw him out of office. He's a dictator. Oh my God. There are even some folks that think he's the Antichrist, folks. Now, think about this. He's supposed to bring world peace, the Antichrist meaning. And that's all Trump wants is for people to stop dying. Now, I don't know. I don't want to equate the two, but the Ukraine has lost 87% of its population, and they're
Mm.
conscripting their boys, you know, the age of 16 to 18, blah blah blah, don't matter. Or if you're a little younger, hey, we'll overlook that too. And
They're just
that's the bottom
throwing them
line.
in front of guns.
That's the
That
bottom line. So whatever side you're on this, that's what we're funding. And that's what's being cut, potentially,
Mm.
because it
Yeah.
hasn't been cut yet.
my personal opinion is get out, stay out. You know, enough
Let's
is enough.
shore up our borders. Let's work on our people. Let's unite everybody. Let's make our nation one nation under God,
U.S.
indivisible.
is the greatest nation on earth. They
Yeah.
they survived longer than the
Well, we
average.
survived longer than what the average is. I mean, like the
Average is
average.
200 years.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
right.
know what he just named like English the official language, and I thought it was because I listened to these old radio shows and they had this one about these Italian and different immigrants and they're taking classes
Rivalry,
in English back in
as
the 30s and 40s, huh?
you know, and now it's with all the woke crap going on. They oh well, we got to learn their language. Well,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, and then
we
I just heard
read
on
between the lines.
I just heard on the Chuck and Julie show, which hear them on Rumble and other platforms, that um, in Denver, Colorado, they just paid $7 million for medical care for dead people.
Yeah, and
I said,
that's some
okay,
stuff I do not understand. That is just some special kind of waste there. Now you can
That's
justify it by
that's
saying,
that's absolute fraud. That got nothing to do with waste.
yeah,
Absolute
yeah.
fraud.
yeah.
And so, like, and somehow, they've been doing it so long, and
Well, I
and
think that's the thing is the system itself is shaking. And that's the thing that's got everybody up in arms on all sides. Now, let's do this, folks. At the local, at the state, at the federal levels, let's peaceably get involved. Whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right, um, let's actually take an active interest in what we're doing, and let's extend our hands of peace and fellowship to those who we can, and let's stop the hate, as it were. And
that's right.
the only way to do that, really, honestly, truly, the way that I believe anyway, and I would love for you to believe the same way, is through a relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the one who, well, he did come, he died for our sins, and I believe that with all my heart.
Yeah. And if you want to find out more, there's a book that's written at a sixth grade level. Now, I know like some of these schools are cutting you off at the third grade level, but for the ones who got around that and the parents worked on them and they're able to read, and then get that into their spirit, it goes, you can learn about him before you make that commitment, and then get around some other people that if you don't understand something, like the Ethiopian guy, and who was it? Who was it? Peter who met the Ethiopian guy on his way, and explained what the Isaiah verse meant, or was it another guy? But anyway,
There
that's
was
in the.
Philip.
Oh yeah,
There
it was Philip. It was
was
Philip. It was Philip in the book of Acts, and he met this
in
Ethiopian
chapter
guy.
8 of the book of Acts, verse. Oh gosh. Nope, I'm bad. I lost it. Nope, don't have it. Toss it down there in the comments though. Yeah, there are bread, there are butter, blah blah blah. There are algorithms, yada yada. But look, you know who we serve? We serve the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And then we do the promotion of concerts and helping folks out with the whether you're a musician or a recording artist who happens to be physically disabled, financially challenged, or both. We try to help everybody out, but we serve that Lord God first.
Yeah. Hey, the weather's changing. It looks like it's
Yep.
going to rain, or
17 inches up here.
17 inches of snow.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
You're gonna get us some. Yep. Gonna get us
So,
some weather.
I mean, the guys we were leaving the rec center today, and they were looking at the sky. Hey, they said that weatherman is a liar. The sky is blue. And I said, well, and it was a pretty nice day.
Yeah, it was a nice day. It was
So,
not bad.
so we shall see. So anyway, hey, that's gonna close the door for the show tonight, and want everybody to have a fantastic night. I'm gonna go probably do some more surveys, and I don't know. You just get hooked into the stuff. So and
Some
I'm
groceries
gonna
that being the
finish
beginning of
watching.
the month. I get to eat really special tonight. I get to have an apple.
Oh yeah. Oh, and if you get a chance, look at Pierce Morgan Uncensored. I've been watching a few of his shows. It's like, so anyway, that's my entertainment for the night. So
Also,
anyway,
if you can, toss down a donation to Innervision FM, all the ways that you can help her down below.
yes, go to our website, innovationrecords.org, and go to the donor box, and go from there. All
There
right,
you
man.
go.
I'm gonna.
Guys, have a good night.
You
All right,
too.
good night.